Michael Ashley here for a quick Mukurtu moment to talk about the audio capabilities of Mukurtu Mobile. So one of the things that's really cool about Mukurtu Mobile in 2.0 is the ability to record audio. So if you're out in the field and you're taking some photos and you want to record a story or an event, you can do that now, which is really great. But as with everything, there are certain sets of compromises we do for the purposes of efficiency, or for, in this case, to make files small so that they can be uploaded and so that they can be compatible with as many devices as possible. So decisions were made to use a codec. A codec is a way of compressing files, and in this case we're using something called MP4. And MP4 is fine for lots of things. Most of the audio that you hear on the internet is going to be something in this compressed format. However, in our webinar, Gary Holton, the director of the Alaska Native Language Archive, pointed out that in some cases that's not going to be good enough. And in his handling of utilizing language documentation materials at the Sustainable Heritage Network workshop at the Association of Tribal Archives, Libraries, and Museums meeting, he provided a fantastic resource. And in that resource, talking about specifically recording language, he points out that audio should actually be recorded in this uncompressed form, specifically because some native languages are, especially glottalized sounds, can't be captured in their full dynamic range using a lossy format or a compressed format like MP3 or M4A. So we are hoping that a soon but future version of Mukurtu Mobile will have the capability of recording in a uncompressed format like this. But for now, we're going to provide a couple of different alternatives to think about. One is that you can download apps like Recorder App Lite. And Recorder App Lite is a really nice app that runs, it's free in this particular version. You can unlock additional features, but in the free version, you still have the capability of recording in WAV, AIF, uncompressed, in bit ranges that even go beyond Gary's recommendation, up to 32-bit. And I've tested that, and I want to just show you how that kind of could work. So here we have a Recorder App Lite test.
This is a test. This testing 1, 2, 3.
And I also was able to upload it directly to Google Drive, and I can still have this associated with something I record using Mukurtu Mobile. So one possible workflow you could consider would be to use Mukurtu Mobile for recording all the additional documentation information and even recording audio at the same time, and perhaps having a separate device recording using Recorder App Lite to get the full uncompressed audio. But another thing to consider is that it really kind of depends on what you're trying to do. So an uncompressed audio file of an event, drums and whatever it might be, could be, if it's 10 minutes long and it's uncompressed, could be a huge file. So while you may still want to record that so you have that full quality archival version, it would probably also be nice to be using Mukurtu Mobile to go ahead and give you that web-ready version that's in a compressed format that can be shared with the world. So these are some options and some things to think about. Meanwhile, we would highly encourage you to check out the Sustainable Heritage Network on the handling and utilizing language documentation materials, and I'm going to put the URL here right in this moment. So thank you so much, Gary, for your great input, and we will continue. Thanks.